Well, good afternoon and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Today is a fun day Monday and Shlego and Pokemon time. So today we do have some Pokemon cards. We have Paradox Rift again. Like I said last time, these are one of the hardest sets to get any decent pulls from. Because I think if I remember rightly, we only got one decent card out of 6 packets last time. We'll try again. Hopefully we might get something decent. You never know. But there we go. So, and we've got one person in chat at the moment, and that is Mr. Joshy B, Mr. Douchepants. So he said, "Afternoon, fella. Hope you're well, dude. I've just noticed you're only 10 subs off of 300. You'll get there before Christmas, hopefully." Hopefully I will do, yeah. Because I went to visit a shop over in Murfield last Saturday. Ooh, itchy eye. You have to excuse me, my eyes are a bit sore today because I've been spent all day at university doing my degree, and today we got to play around with the computers a bit more. So yeah, I mean, Josh, if you're not busy and you want to come and join in, you're more than welcome. Just let us know. You can play with it or 5D Diamond Arts or whatever you want to do. But yeah, so if anybody out there wants to come and join in, they're more than welcome. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll do the old Pokemon, but we will be starting a new Shlego set today, and that is the Wollywopter. Now I do have it somewhere. Aha, it's down here. So we will be starting this kit today. It's the Toy Link Wollywopter, or helicopter, if you want to call it that. So hopefully both Rory and Draven will be watching, and my two eldest and youngest lad. If they are, hello and welcome. And we will go to opening Pokemon in a minute and see what we get. But yeah, so this one's actually quite a big kit because I think we had the blades out the other day, and these things are actually 24 centimeters long. So that should give you a general idea of how big this kit's going to be. But first of all, as I said, we'll be doing the old Pokemon cards. I'm going to give you a second to put that out of the way and set the camera in the right position. A little bit wonky. Oh, hopefully that should. Cool. There we go. I think that's in the right place. So as I said, we've got 6 packs of Paradox Rift to open up. As you can see, all brand new, sealed. So we'll start on with him. So I'll get to the old downy cam or bench cam. And there we go. So there we go. So we have 6 Pokemon cards, and we'll go through the first packet. Yeah. Now these ones, all it is just basically removing that one, and you can see we have a grey energy. So first of all, we have Mantike, and do like I did before, where we'll just lay out the cards in a position where they can actually sort them out into the colours. And then we have Passage, Minim, Snorut, Tatsuguri, and Dondozo. Oops. And we have a Tulip Trainer. I think that's Knuckle Sack or Stack Reverse. Then we have Furiko Reverse and Low Kicks Full Hollow. Pack one. And we've got just me saying hello, hello. And we've got good luck for the secret rare. And then we've got John Paul in saying morning. Good morning, John Paul, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got just me saying black back card, so so luck might be good, no. And we've got Elkid as the first one. Vanillish, Onyx. Got a fire card on there. Tink, Wog Trio, Technical Machine Blindside. Then we have Iron Bundle, Melodic Reverse, Doublade Reverse. Oh, and we've got Armagog, or Armor Rouge, I should say, as a EX card. So then we've got the Engine code card. We'll get the old keeper out. So I put all these cards into keepers because it's like the EX cards, I try and keep them in good condition. Standard cards I'm not really too worried about because we get plenty of them, and I've got loads of them which I end up literally handing over to whatever's not needed for my master sets goes to my sons. Pack number 3. Would have been a green energy. And first of all, we have Miltank. Then we've got Wimpod, Plossidle, Tandemorsh, Techno Radar, Countercatcher, Masquerain, and then we have a Seadra Reverse, and Parasol Lady Reverse, and Grancarnal as a full hollow. It's funny how these cards seem to be coming in very warped lately. Don't know why. And it's always these ones, the full reverse ones. Pick number 4. Pumpkaboo, Zubat, Grimghoul, Purloin, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Screamtail, and we have Iron Bundle playing card, and we've got Tandemoush Reverse, and looks like we do have something special on this one. So we've got Horsea Reverse, and then we've got Parasol Lady Full Art. So that one's actually quite a good card. I'll stick you up there for a minute. I don't think I've actually got this one, so it will definitely go into the folder. And pack number 5. So at least again, we've got 2 cards now. Well, we're going to beat last time where we only got 2. Let's see, shall we? Ooh, let's see, we're going to open up. There we go. And our first card is Horsey. Then we have Joltek, Natu, Remoraid, Veluza, playing card, and we've got Chantal, there's that one, and we've got Garbodor, and we've got Dweeble Reverse, Apom Reverse, and Kindra Full Hollow. So, down to the last packet. Let's hope we get something decent out of this one. We've got to beat 2, surely. So we've got Oricoro, Toadstool, Vanzalite, Charcadet, Bondozo again, Veluza again, so we've got both the reverse and the normal one, Technical Machine Blind, and then we've got Wiglet Reverse, Tink Reverse, and then Iron Jugulis Full Hollow. So no, again we've only got 2 cards. So Josh just said £20 for that parasol lady. Well, that's not bad going. I'm quite happy with that. And then we have Mr. Jeff Wright joining us saying hi Ross and hi guys. So good afternoon to you all. So yeah, that's all we got out of that lot. Sadly, but there we go. I mean, you can't win every time, as they say. But you never know. We might get lucky again at some point in the very near future. I mean, you can't beat the time when I actually pulled the Greninja from one set, and that card's worth over £200. So yeah, so we'll go through the folder of them later on tonight while I'm sitting around having a break from studying. So we'll move Mr. Camera back over here. There we go. So as I said, we have Mr. Willywater. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. So we've got Mr. Willywater is our build this week, and we do have lots of stickies to go with it as well. And we've got 2 sheets. So this one's actually, for the size of the stickers, it's going to be quite a big set. Now, one of the things I've noticed with this is that they're actually done sketches. It's 1:1 scale for the actual pieces that we need. And if I remember right, this one actually does have quite a big amount count. I think in the end, it's got over 1,000 pieces anyway to it. I think it's about 1,400 pieces altogether. So yeah. So first of all, we're going to have to find all the bags up, them out, and we will get rid of Mr. Box out of the way for a minute. Put that down there. Now during last week I did some more work on the Lancaster, and I'm now up to the position where I've actually started the engine on it. Now, where are you, Mr. Lancaster? Ah, there you are behind me. So it is getting quite big now, this thing. Yeah. So, as you can see, I'll put that down here. It is quite a big set. It's bigger than my A4 mat, or A5 mat, sorry, A3 mat I think this one is actually. But yeah, it's got the tail gunner in, all the real tail planes, and the good thing about these is they actually move. So all this is actually movable on both sides. Even the turrets do move around. So that's tail gun, top gun, and then we have a loaded bomb bay. So as you might see that the front section on this side is clear because the actual part that was supposed to go in there was damaged. So I'm just hoping that every other bits are actually going to fit in nicely to it, because sometimes there is just a slight difference and we don't want that. So yeah, and that's the bomb bay part. But we do have a couple more bits to go on the inside before we can actually close it up. So that's what I was up to on Saturday. And then I think it was last Tuesday was the war, not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, we finished off my Bannerman, Knight of Electrics Bannerman. So he was finished off last week. So yeah. So yeah, that was a nice fun job to do, that one was. As Joshie was saying, I am nearly up to 300 subs. And if I get there, I will hopefully be doing a giveaway. But we'll see. Hopefully if we can get it before Christmas, that'd be most appreciated. So again, if people are enjoying the streams, please hit the old thumbs up, because that does help with the old algorithm, and just keep chatting away in the chat. So these are all the parts for this set. Quite a few. And now we've got to have the fun part of actually trying to find all the bits we need. So we do need bag G, which is that one. And then we need to do bag 1. So let's pour these out quickly. Do that there. Into ones. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 4. Another G. Another G. That's 4. Another G. That's 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and that's 4. I wish. G. 3, 3, 4, and 3, and 3. So we have 3 little bags of 3 of number 1, 3 in number 3, and a few in the 4s and 2s. But we don't need them yet. So let's get them out of the way, down there. Get these out of the way. Stay. And as I said, these are the actual blades for this set, and these are 24 centimeters long. So yeah. So when I've actually finished streaming this afternoon, I will be going back to studying again. There's a few things I need to do on my course ready for tomorrow's lesson, or lecture, I should say. And then we have Mr. Josie Bricks and Builds in saying, afternoon, Ross, and all in chat. these open. I'm not going to empty all these pins and that all over the place because it'll usually be asking for trouble. So what I'm going to do is just literally just open them like that and put them to one side. Otherwise we're just going to have pins all over. Yeah, like that. Get back in there. Now remember kids, you do not play with knives. If you do have need to use scissors or anything like that, see them again, don't play around with them. So that means you as well, JC. Playing around with your knives, you're not safe for them. Sorry about the noise. Now, if I remember right, this kit cost me, I think, £23 off of TikTok. I think I got this one. And I had to wait nearly a month for this one coming in from China. So yeah, I'd actually forgot I ordered it. So I think it was about 2.5 months away ago, or 3 months ago, that I ordered it, and it took till about 3 weeks ago that it arrived in the end. So yeah, I'd actually forgotten I'd ordered it, and then I suddenly got a notification through on my phone saying your parcel is getting ready for being delivered. And there was me thinking, like, what parcel's that? See, I'm just gonna sort these parts out just quickly as I go along, because otherwise we're just gonna have lots of bits all over the place. And I prefer not to have to hunt for things. So what's everybody else been out there doing today? I said I've been to Leeds to college, or university I should say. I keep calling it college when it isn't. But yeah, university. I'm doing my bachelor's degree. So I'll start off with my foundation degree. So and that's going to be in total of 4 years that I've got to do. And I should hopefully have that. And then if I want to stay a bit longer and get my master's, depending on my grade, I should hopefully be able to do that as well. I must admit, when I first started the course, or thought about starting it, I was extremely nervous because it's like completely new and out of my wheelhouse, and because I suffer with a thing called dyslexia, you sort of feel like a fish out of water when it comes to doing any sort of learning thing like that. So next Monday I will have the parts out ready, but this week it's a new set. I've just got to sort these out quickly. And then still hopefully leave myself enough room working. It in there together. This is where you end up running out of room very, very quickly when you're doing stuff like this, because it takes up a lot of space just trying to sort everything out. You go there, and then you go there. That's that back done. So we've got 2 more bags to do. And these are even smaller bits, so what I'm going to probably do, like I did last time on the last set, is just open them up and leave them in the bags. And then fishing out. Whoop, come here, little horror, trying to escape. And we'll just put them there like that for the time being. Otherwise we're just going to have parts going all over the place. It's not as bad when you've got bigger parts, because then you can see where you're going and what you're doing. Get off. That's electric. I've out the way now. So, get the old book of instructions. And I suppose we better go through chat properly first, hadn't I? So, we'll go right to the top and go from there. Oh, pardon me. And then we've got, what do we get up to? What you're saying, I see a shiny, and then it goes, nice pull. I missed the whole routine of rearranging them, so the best card is the back. They've done it for us now. And then you got Joshua B saying, error cards, Ross. Yep. And you go, ooh, I like that one. Which one was that? And then he goes, £20 for that parasol lady, which is better than nothing, if you think about it. It almost covers what I spent. So that one card made it up. And then we have Mr. Jeff writing saying, hi Ross and hi guys. So good afternoon, Jeff and Maggie. And you've got Josh saying, afternoon, Jeff and Maggie. And then we've got JC Brooks and Bills in saying, afternoon, Ross, and all in chat. And we've got Jeff Light saying, hi to JC. And then Josh said, I remember spending £45 on the last 9 packets of the half booster box on Fusion Strike. All I pulled was a Bolton V, was worth a £5. As I said, it's Paradox Rift is one of the hardest sets to get pulls out of, but occasionally you get a decent card like that, which is the Parasol Lady. And yeah, so it does make a big difference when you do get cards like that, because it does help in the long run, so to speak. And then we've got Yoshi saying hi to JC, and then JC saying hi to Jeff and Maggie, and then me's going, yo, Yoshi! And then Yoshi saying, unless they're made from plastic, and you get them from the kids' toy department. Then we've got Mr. Athel McNicholin saying, but Ross, everyone uses knives every meal to cut whatever is on their plate. Yes, but in your case, you just need one of those safety knives, the little plastic ones. Because at your age, you've got to be careful. Then we've got Joshie saying hi to Athel, and then we've got Athel saying hi to Joshie, how's you? And he's going, I'm good, Athel, glad it's the start of a new week, and this will be better than the last two. And you've got Jeff Light saying hi to Athel, and then you've got Athel saying, well, I'm on my own again, as Celia and Hamish have gone to another city. She is to be an asset manager of a new store. Ooh. Then we've got Athel saying hi, Jeff and Maggie, and then we've got Josh B saying, so it's getting all the kits out and start building then, Athel. And we've got Jeffrey saying hi to Jeff and Maggie. Did put that in earlier, but not sure if it's shown up or not. It did. And we've got Athel saying, yeah, but first sort out my man cave and what she left. Store in a spare wardrobe, kits plenty, wolves and Chaos Space Marines. And then we've got Jeff Light saying hi to Joshie. You did post a hello to us, just been multitasking, preparing stuff for dinner later. And you've got Joshie saying, the Parasol Lady, I like full art trainer cards. One of the best ones I pulled was a Rainbow Boss orders from Rebel Clash set. Ooh, nice. So yeah, I mean, I do have my cards up here somewhere. I did put them. Oh, there they are. I don't know if you actually saw this last week, Joshie, but that's one of my little dragons that I've got to paint yet. And I've got two of them, and it's called the Baby Blue Dragon. So I've got two of them to paint. And they're whiz kids. So as you can see, I have a few in total from my sets. Turns into a very bad habit when you're doing these things. Now I've just got to remember which one has the Greninja in it. Not sure. As you can see, this one is. Here it is. Which one? Which set is this one? This is a Twilight Masquerade set that's got the Greninja. Just move these out of the way a second. Whee! Ow! Off my toe and foot. So yeah. So as you can see, I do have a few full art rare cards, and even a couple of the gold ones. But yeah, so that is the one there, which is the Greninja card. It's the full art rare one, and this one is actually worth, as I said, over £200. So it's that one. You can get it in focus a bit better. Now I pulled this from a booster pack. And then I also have a couple of other trainers, which is Carmine and Lucian for that set. But I've also got the Orpigon EX and the second Greninja EX. And there's, I think, two more to collect to get the full set of 4 for them. But these binders, some of them I got off of TikTok, and some of them I got off of what is it now? Temu. And I think I got a couple from Amazon. Now I prefer these because they don't have the ring binder section in the middle, and these are just like a cloth center section. This way it stops your cards from actually getting more damaged this way if you've got them in these flat things. And you'll notice that all my EX cards and full art rares and everything, they all get penny sleeves on them. Not so worried about so much of the other full art cards, or in the reverse cards and that. which I have to the back of the book. And then we have all, well, a few more picture cards and everything there. A few of the A-spec cards. But then I think I have all the trainers and that for this set, most of it. There's a few odd cards here and there that I'm missing. But yeah, so these are the standard cards, your base set cards, as well as the other EXs that go into it. So yeah, that's just the Twilight Masquerade set. Now I do have 7 master sets all on the go at the moment. So yeah, Paradox set. That's the ground. Gentle Paradox Rift. There we go. So this is the Paradox Rift set. So we do have quite a few of the base set cards already. As you can tell, I've got all the base set normal ones for the green ones, but then we've got a couple of cards missing from the blues and that. And a few of the EXs that are still missing. But I think quite most of the trainer cards I do have in the normal ones, but it's the reverses that I'm after. I also have a couple of the full art picture cards on this set. Now, I think one of my favourite ones is this one, the Iron Valiant, on that set, which is the gold card. I think that the Laria one, or is there's another one that's worth a lot more. I mean, there's Froglass EX, the shiny whiny one. Can't remember exactly the most expensive card in this set is. I can't remember. But yeah, so that one I've opened in this area somewhere at some point. So yeah, that's quite a collection, slowly but surely coming along on that one. But we are getting there. Let's just move these out of the way so they don't get damaged. Out of the way. There we go. So, you're just like saying, right, you have my undivided attention. Oh, that's nice to know. And then he goes, that's good, then at least you'll still have plenty to build. I think that's obviously off answering to Ethel. Then we've got Josh saying, oh, that's good, then Jeff, didn't think you've seen it or not, bud. Hope you're both well. And then you've got Josh saying, with all these dragons, Ross, they will definitely be getting the attention of a certain lady who definitely does love dragons. That looks nice, that. What colours are you thinking of it? Well, I'm actually looking at, it's like a neon ink stuff that you can get. And I think it's called shlego. That's around. I was looking at it on eBay the other day, and you basically paint it on like normal paint, or just tap it onto it for panel lining stuff and that like. But you can use it, but it actually glows in the dark. So I'm thinking of maybe sort of playing around with that sort of idea with one of them. So I've got 2 of those dragons. And then you've got Josh saying, I've got the 25th anniversary edition of the Gold Greninja, and they're all sealed still. Ooh. And then we've got Jeff saying, yep, we're both keeping well, hope and trust that all is well with yourself, Joshy. And then you've got Apple saying, I thought collecting baseball cards were bad enough, but you're taking it to a new level, Ross. I've basically got nothing compared to some people, believe me. I know people who have thousands upon thousands of cards. And then we've got Josh saying, I can never tell which has the best pulls, either booster boxes, ETBs, blister packs, etc. I personally think it's just pure luck with which one you pick up, unlike the old days when you used to weigh them. Yeah, I mean, I think they've sort of got around that now, haven't they? And they've sort of made them all sort of like similar weight sort of pack rates, hence the reason why they put like the full arts and the full foil ones there, sort of might keep the packs near enough the same weight now. You got Josh saying, yeah, it is now, Jeff, thanks. Past couple of weeks have been a bit stressful, but I'm good now, hopefully. That's good. And then we have Dorsaurus joining us saying, hi Ross and Chatland people, so good afternoon, William. And you got Jeff Light saying, hi Dorka. And just saying, I'd look on eBay for missing cards you need, dude. Commons, uncommons, you can pick them up cheap. If you look enough, you will get the rates. Full arts and secret rares, cheaps also. You just need to hunt. Yeah, but you've also got to be very, very careful that they're not fake. Because I did buy one for Roaring at one point, and then when it got delivered, I found out that it was actually a fake card. And that one, it was a Charizard card that I got for him. I was not best happy. And then on another occasion, I paid for a card on eBay and it never arrived. You got Josh saying, hey to Dorker, get the rares, not the rates. And you got Josh saying, I may have a few cards also, Apple. Yes, you do. I've seen some of his collection. So first of all, we need that dude. And then we need 3 of the blue pins. Not those, the other ones. And this packet. Nope, that one. Yeah, it's the other ones. They're in here. One, 2, 3. And we want 9 of the little neck pins. 1, 4, 3, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need you two and one of you. So first of all, we need that one. I'll put that one into there. That one's there. That one into there. That one into there. That one's there. Then you go on to that out of the way. Then you put you to there like so, and then you go like the other bunny here and go onto there like so. And have you in the center, and you two like so, and you two go into it. Actually, before I do that, I'll just straighten that one up because it's bound to be meant to go the other square up. And where these things come in handy, I think. so. I'll do squares it off enough, I think. And it goes into there, and then we've got the two 4 pins to go in there. Then I'll send you a few links from trusted sellers I brought from. Never had an issue with them. Oh, that'd be good. Thank you very much. And then we've got Josh also saying, I have a whole box of sealed stuff. Will be worth hopefully a bit more in a few years. Hopefully, I mean, if you've got some of the evolving sky cards, now they are worth stupid money. If you've only got any sealed. I think last time I heard that one of those packets that was about 500 some odd quid, just one sealed packet. Stupid money. And to me, that's what's destroying this hobby in itself, that you're getting cards. I can understand it's like first and second generation, but not this generation at the moment, because it's just too new to be of any great value. So next up we need one of you and two of the long pins. Two long blue pins. What I'll do is make so, and then you go into there, like so. And then we need them two. One of the black bars, which is that one. And then we need parts out of this bag. I need one of you, and then one of the little on the black wheels. Where is it? Ah, there you are. There's a little black dude. And then that brown bar there. And this will probably be part of the rotary mechanism, no doubt. So what's everybody else out there building at the moment? There, and then we have you go through on that, like so, and then you through there and into there, like so. Put you to one side of it, and then we need one of the yellow bars, which is that one. Two of the grey things, which are in here. Well, that's where the little cog is. Need you. Nope, I don't know what in that packet. It means it must be in this packet. Yep, there they are. Well, one of them anyway. That's one of them. And where's the other one? I've just seen it. Ah, you're seen it. Don't need you. Put you back in there. And you've got your review saying, unfortunately not, I wish I did, though, because at the moment they're worth, now it's only because of the alt and where is it? Alt Art Rayquaza and Alt Art Umbreon. where he's looking at the moon. Yeah. And then my mate pulled the Ultra Requires and sold it. I think he got either 350 or 400 for it. He does buy and sell them though. Mainly buys and sells Final Fantasy cards. So we now need that to go into there like so. And we got you through there into there. And put you onto each end. Like so. And we need two of them. And I need two of these little these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the small black pins we need 2. And then we have Mr. David Markey joining us saying afternoon Ross and afternoon folks. So afternoon David and welcome to the stream. So first of all we need 1, right, 2, and then you go into the bottom there like so. And that's supposed to go in there like so. Okay, that's that bit. Now we need little blue pins. And now we need yellow bars, and then we need another pickle coggy, like so. That's all we need. You go in like so, then you through there, and you going onto there like so. You got chat's jumped again a little bit. We've got Dave Mark saying hello to Joshy, also saying hello to Jeff and Maggie. Then we've got Apple saying afternoon to David M, and then we've got David Mark saying hello to JC, and David Mark saying hello to Alicia, and JC saying hey to David. Jeff Wright saying hello to David. David Mark saying hello to Apple. And then we're saying I need to go through all mine and get them into sets. I have a Japanese set of the Evolving Skies, but I don't have most of the cards. I actually can't get them out of packs, and they're not cheap. And then we've got Josh saying afternoon to David, and then we've got David Moon saying hi to William. And you're saying, I think I might return to buying ingots of gold as prices are fairly stable these days. It'd probably work out cheaper than buying Pokemon. Let's put it that way. So now we need this packet. We need one of you. And there you are. One of you. Two blue pins, one of them. first of all we need that, and we put you into either end of these. Wrong way round. Ew. Well, definitely that's not coming out now. You then go into there. And you go into there. And you go into there. Right, so. Next up is get one of these. Oh, next one up, which will be these. There we go. And then we need the two big pieces out of there. Not the ones, it's another one. I'll probably be in here somewhere. There's one of them. Yep. One of you should start. And the one of them. There are you. Aha. There we go. And then we need two light blue long pins. That's good. You into there, you into there. You on there, and you on there. So we're getting lots of little sub assemblies here at the moment. Okay, then we have this going through the middle of there. Then this joining onto there. And then this going into all the way up. Have I got that right way around? No, I haven't. Don't. Usually I have to get it the right way around, Ross. God. Turn it the right way around. It goes that way. Something like that, supposedly. And I'm getting into there, and that goes onto there, like so. Okay, so we've got one very, very flimsy little piece of things, whatever they are at the moment. If we say an afternoon to David, and then we've got David Marcus said hello to William, and then we've got Ethel, I think, and then we've got my mate decided to do Ethel during lockdown. He was buying 1 gram little ingots of gold and silver. They're literally the size of a SIM card for a phone. What's the latest fashion now with people, those little rabbit like looking at doll toys in all the shops? I know a shop round. Those things will be worth a fortune. Remember Furbies? Yeah. I mean, you get these, well, if you want a little bunny rabbit thing, we have Mr. Pink Marcus Bunny. He's priceless though. You can't have him, nobody can have him. So next up, please, we need 2 of these, and then 1 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, yep, 9. That's it. And we want 3 black pins. 3. 2 of the longer, 3 of the longer blue pins. Labubus. I just typed into Google latest toy craze. In years to come, those things will be worth a fortune. Remember, 30 years. And then he's saying, that's a Marcus bunny though. It is indeed. There. Wrong way. Wrong place. Like so. Space 4. So that means it goes into there. Then you into there. And you into there. You go there. And that one goes into there. And then you go like so. So now we need one of you, one of you, one of those. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. So, changing around that way. Like so. That goes into. Oh, sounds like it's kicking off outside today. Somebody's not a happy bunny. And then Trini mover, and we need one of you. Not that big. This big. Now I'll actually get and show you what I've actually bought in a minute. Just to break up from doing this a minute. I need 3 of you. You stay there. And these little white things. And then we need 2 of the pins with one of them. And I think that's everything so far. Now, I was saying correct, Joshy. I used to buy them in 1 ounces, but over time converted to actual ingots, 2 inches by 1 inch. Is that the ones that are about sort of like yay long, but about that thick? We have you going into. I think I'm going to do it the easier way. You into there like that. You into there like that. And you going into there like so. And you 3 go. No, you're just going to be awkward, aren't you? Just to be. there. Square you up like that. I'll just square you up as well. Yeah, close enough. Next is one of the white ones with the in here, I think, rightly. There's the white one. And one of you. And we need one of you. Okay, you going on first. Then that one. And then you go into there like so. And then we need another one of them. One of you. And 4 black pins. And after saying yes, Ross, casting up to 1k each. Whew. Wish I had that sort of money spare to buy enough gold that way. But I do have 2 little small coins that are gold. But they belong to the boys and they won't be going anywhere. They were a gift from their Uncle Darren. Into there. And then you into there. Okay. Next up is part 16, which is needing one of them blue ones. And this is grey thing, white things, and then one of them. And we need 1 black pin. And then 1 longer blue pin. There. And 1 of you. So this then goes up this way around. You go into there like so. And you go onto there. And go into there. You into there. And you into there. Okay. And what Joshua is saying, we all have a model stash. I thought has a gold stash. I think Lindsay and Panzer may have some competition here. Then we've got Alf saying, well, Joshy, with all this credit card thefts, cards are going out of value, whereas gold is always worth a few quid. It is indeed. I mean, sometimes when I'm out and about and I go through like charity shops and that, sometimes you can get very lucky where they accidentally throw a gold bracelet or something like that into what they think is costume jewellery, but they've not looked at it properly and they've either missed the 14 carat or whatever markings are on it, the gold markings. And I sometimes pick them up and I'll pay sometimes like 40 or 50p. So they go into a stash bag and then they just get scrapped in. Okay, next up is we need one of you. Oh, where's them dodgy little white things? In this bag or what? Yep, there we are. And we need one of you. One of you. And one of these little white pieces. And there. Wait, don't you go falling back in there. Where? There it is. And you. And one of you. 2 black pins. And then 1 long blue pin. So, once on a minute. We need you going onto there, then you onto there, and you going into there, you into there, you into there, and that one join over, and then you into there. And then you want to that one like so. And go up that way up. And we've got 5 black pins. And then we have Sarah Jane joining us saying, hi all, good afternoon Sarah Jane, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And then we need 2 of these blue ones then. For them, yep. Then we have you going into that, you going into there, then that goes on to there. Then you go in centre, then that one, and then that one. So we've got the wrong way around, haven't I? Nope. That one definitely goes into there, and then them 2 like so. And then these 2 like that, then this one goes on to there like so. And this one and joins onto there like so, and you there, that's it, like so. So it looks like something like that. Next up is joining this lot together. Chat has jumped. You got Sarah Jane saying hi to Apple, JC, hi lovely Joshy hugs, and then you've got Jeff Light saying hi to Sarah Jane, Dave Moss saying hi to Sarah Jane, and you've got Sarah Jane going, not doing great Ross, hope you're okay and uni is good. It's getting there. I mean, it's fairly nerve-wracking when I did the first couple of days. But I was chatting to Joshy before I actually started on it, and yeah, it's going better, and I must admit they've been very, very supportive for joining onto it the way I have. Let's see, this one. Goes where? That goes into there. Surely not. Okay, so that one goes into there like so. And that one so if you go into there, you fine. Like so. You go into there. And you go onto there. And you go on to like so. Something like that anyway. That's it. You got Sarah again saying hi to Jeff and David, and then we've got Josh saying, yeah, I think I saw something on my phone yesterday on the day before Sarah Jane. The dingbats would have made more selling it like it was instead of smelting it down. And you've got Josh saying, hope you're feeling better soon, Sarah Jane here. Have a bottle of Malibu and a kit of your choice, courtesy of Ross, to make you feel better. Yeah. And then Sarah Jane said, evidently there was no security cameras at the museum where it was stolen. Oh dear. And you're Jeffrey saying, I bet even if there were cameras, Sarah Jane, the images of them would have been too pixelated to make them out. And then we've got Joshi. I did a poll last week on prime time. Everyone agreed to Dean's fines being doubled. Ooh. Right, going on to there like so. Next up is, I suppose then, well, I was going to say, have a quick break and show you what I picked up the other day from Murfield Miniatures and my little wander around, as I say. I can't remember if this is the box. Here we go. Give me another box somewhere. Where have I put you? But yes, this is some of my little pile of shame that I bought. Ah, there you are. So I went to Murfield Miniatures, and it's a shop over in Murfield, not far from here. It takes about an hour and a half to get there. That's the only one I didn't buy the other day. Well, so that doesn't count really at the moment. But I got a little dude to go with him. The Excavator from the Black Templars. These are actually the newer versions that come out. But then I saw this. I thought, well, he was at reduced price, and these go with like the bodyguard to the other dude, basically, Chaplain, Grimaldus, and retinue. So these are like a main chapter section. So you've got the Executive Corps, then you've got the Crusade Ancient, which is one of the main dudes. So we've got a bit of a Black Templars army going on, but we might rename them as the Black Pearl Guard in honour of Captain Marcus, as Lord Lisa's doing them. But then I also picked up a Chaos Chariot from Age of Sigmar. Now he has been partly built, as you can see. And there's that, and the little dude and his horsey warshies, and then we've probably got a little dude that'll overexcite Sarah Jane because he's got a whip, so she can use that to tame Joshy a bit with his little whip. So yeah, I mean, they do sound really good, but I've not opened any of these yet. But there's actually from the other ones, back there for a second, there's actually only one figure in there, and yeah, they do sound fairly empty. So but you do get, I'll take this one out. So you basically get the base and one figure on a sprue, and then of course the destructions, as they call them. So that's what you basically get for that one figure. And damn, the prices, if you go into the Warhammer shop, the prices are getting stupid now. But then I went to, as I said, I was in university today, and I was going around and thought, well, while I'm in Leeds, I'll go and see if I can actually find some Pokemon cards for today. So I went round a couple of different shops, and then I just happened to wander into one shop, which I thought was supposed to be a card shop. They've got like Lucana and all this other stuff. And then I noticed they've actually got a part that does Warhammer. And the best thing about it is, if you buy one kit, there's an automatic like 5% off the actual price of when you actually get it from the Warhammer shop, which I thought, interesting. And then I noticed that every month, if you pay £3 to join this loyalty group with them, there's an extra 10% off. So you're getting like 15% straight away off of your standard Warhammer prices. Now this one I got from Murfield Miniatures, which again, they have, I think it's a 10% discount on all their stuff. So I end up paying a lot less for this dude than what I paid for this one. So it's about 10 quid cheaper, funny enough. Now this one, you've only got like 3 dudes in it, and this one I got from the Warhammer shop, same as the Bannerman that I got from the Black Templars. Now the reason why this one was cheaper, which was only 34 quid, was because they're actually removing these ones from the shop, because these are the older ones. So basically, once they've sold them all, and if they're not, whatever's not sold gets sent back to the shop, and they get basically website only. So yeah, so I thought, well, I'll pick him up. So I got them. But then, when I was at Murfield, we had some of these little dudes, little orc choppers. And I thought they looked smart. So again, I'll be painting these up, and I might do some funny paint colour schemes, I don't know yet. But they're little orc choppers. So I've got 3 of them, and I think they cost me 12 quid for the 3 of them. and this one cost me a tenner. Now, what's sort of puzzling me a little bit, I think there may even be a second chariot in this one, because it just looks a bit strange that there's only sort of like one bit, but it might just be where they've not finished building it or something like that. Just seems strange because I've got parts in here that don't add up, but they've just basically been thrown all into one. So we may have a second chariot or something completely different, and that's definitely something completely different. So I don't know what that's from, but it's definitely not from this one. Or it might be just a bigger dude from the back. Oh, you can make... Ooh. So what it is basically you got the two horses one that has the two figures on, and then you've got another one that has a like big orky type ball thing. So, and these there. So I could just build him as a sort of separate figure in total, and have him with one of the dudes sort of holding him behind and sort of walking him on the battlefield that way. So yeah, we can do something with that. But yeah, so I paid I think £12 for that, £10 or £12, so it's quite good. And then we've got a little chariot that goes with it, and then we've got the two dudes there and the two horses, and that's the base for it. But I'll do the other little thing as a separate standalone figure. So yeah, so that's where we got to on that. That goes into there. Lose that. So then we have also two other orky choppers. Now there is another blade somewhere in there, so that's the other two choppers. But then I also got these three bikes, and they cost me a tenner. But then we have this dude, and that has a and I will be sort of like dismantling some of these slowly and then repainting them and rebuilding them, because these are all movable parts that have just been basically painted and sprayed with whatever. And I think that's supposed to be something like the Iron Fist group or whatever. But yeah, so I'll be working on these on the Tuesday night streams. Oh, there's the other orky blade to go to that one. So yeah, that's what I basically bought the other day. But then, as I was turning around to go home and leave the shop, I noticed these dudes, the custodes. Now there's going to be a new filming. There's a certain figure that's actually was a Superman. Now he's actually a custode in the new Warhammer films. So that's what I've got them for, just to have a go. Plus I've got a Bannerman in there as well, so, and they look shiny. So I'll be having a go at painting them at some point. So it's just something different to paint. So yeah, that's my little haul from the other day, my little trip out, just for the sheer fun of a day out somewhere, because I wanted to get out of the house. And I thought, well, I'd seen the Murfield miniatures advertised on Facebook, and I knew that they were open. Now those bikes, I will be doing them for my son's army that he wants me to build for him. So yeah, that's what they're mainly for. But yeah, most of those I'll be breaking down those kits and rebuilding them at some point. Just like a shop sort of thing, or some sort of thing, like out of the blue sort of thing. Let's see. God, blind chat keeps jumping up and down. Oh, blimey, chat has definitely jumped. There we go. So you're saying, Joshy, probably those fantastic cameras that film UFOs, the potato cameras. Never seen one for sale. Then you got Josh saying, I did see Sarah Jane, and of course that carries on and applies to all streams of Apologies Ross. That now 2 bottles of Malibu required and 2 kits of Sarah Jane's choice. Well, as you got it wrong, Joshy, I think you should have to pay the fine and double it. As to say, famous saying so is pass it on and double. So I doubled it to you. So that's your fault. Then look, Jack saying those boxes sound mostly empty. Is there much in them? As I said, there's just the one screw in one of them, but then when you get like the other ones which have like 4 or 5 figures in it, they are a bit like sometimes I have 2 or 3 screws in. And then you got just really saying, I know the cameras you are talking about, Sarah Jane. I will send a couple of photos to Panzer and ask if he can show them tomorrow night. Sarah Jane saying, never done Warhammer, so have no idea what you get. Well, if you PM me your address, Sarah Jane, I may, well, I do have enough spare figures, and I might just send you some, so you can have a go at doing them. I might have some Spacey Marines and some Age of Sigma figures that I might be able to sort out for you that I've got plenty of, and then I'll send you some figures if you want. If you send Josh your address and then he'll PM it to me, that way it's safe enough, then I'll just post them out to you. I haven't got a problem with that because I do have over 2,000 figures to paint, and some of them are like doubles or even triples of the figures. So you never know, you might get some of them in the post if you do that. Then we got Josh saying, wait, what? Tame? Try to tame me? I mean, yeah, good luck with that one. I wish you all the best. Then we've got Sarah Jane saying, Joshy, sit. And then you got Joshy saying, I already am, Sarah Jane. And then Sarah Jane goes, good, Joshy. And you got Joshy saying, Sarah Jane, those boxes are like packets of crisps, more air than actual contents. Very true. And you got Jeffrey saying, they do have planes, hover, ships, tanks, as well as figures, Sarah Jane. They do indeed. Sarah Jane saying, got a Warhammer shop close to me, but never been in it though. If you do, you will come out with an empty wallet, I'm afraid, because there's lots of very, very nice stuff in them. What I'd say is fine is best to sort of look for a shop that's affiliated, not an actual Warhammer shop. If you're going in to ask about Warhammer the first time, yeah, go into the shop itself, maybe pick up a couple of small figures. But go and find an affiliated shop. You'll generally find the prices are slightly cheaper. There was one, oh, what was the name? Can't remember the name of the shop now, but I've got it on my phone downstairs, and I'll try and remember that for next time. And you're just saying, I'd have yourself a little venture out to it, Sarah Jane. There will definitely be something in there that will make you go, ooh, I like that. There will indeed. And then you got Sarah Jane saying, thanks, Jeff. It's obviously popular, but I'll stick to race cars and bikes. Now, there is, as I said, bikes. You got the York ones. And then you've also got the Space Marine bikes, like I said, that I've got there. But then you've also got other stuff as well, and you'll be surprised what sort of stuff you end up finding in there that you might like. And as I said, if Joshy sends me, or if you can get your address to me, Sarah Jane, send it to my Scale Model Ninja email address, which is up on my Facebook, on my YouTube group. I will then post you a couple of little figures out so you can have a go for nothing. And you've got Joshy saying, ooh, I like. Is that the Orky helicopters or the big dude, tanky dude? And you're saying, I really need to get on and start building these Warhammer kits, but at the same time, there's much easier to store them when they're in magazines from and boxes. Yeah. And you're just right saying the Tau faction has a nice range of vehicles. And you've got Sarah saying, Joshy, my stash is already big and around 970 catalogued on Scale Mode so far. And then you've got Joshy saying that chariot's really cool. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I picked up, and I think that one was either 10 or 12 pound. I can't remember now, but there's other ones there, and it's actually on Facebook. The group, the actual shop is. It's called Murfield Miniatures. And you got Jeff Light saying, sorry, Tau. And you got Josh Reed saying, I gear up type, and yeah, they do. And you got Josh Reed saying, well, Sarah Jane, I don't think I could fit that amount in my room. My bed would be made of kits. I blame Auto Carrot, Joshy, and then exactly Jeff, same here. And then you got Joshy saying, it's already, Sarah Jane, Joshy, it's already like that for me, models everywhere. Same here, but I've now got my whole attic, which I'm slowly going to be redesigning, because I've got to fill in side parts, and then I'm going to, where it actually goes under the eaves where there's not really much room, I'm actually going to put in box sections at the back of them and make shelves. So yeah. And you go just saying, I'd love to start building more of mine, but currently don't have the room to put one once they're done, and I don't want to box them in case they break. Now there is an old trick that we use for Warhammer stuff. You can buy these off of Temu or something like that, magnetic mats. And if you get the long flat tray boxes like I've got over here, you can actually lay these mats into the bottom of those trays, and then on the bases of these little things, you basically stick these self-adhesive magnetic mats onto them, and then they basically just literally stick onto that tray and they don't move anywhere and they stay there, which is one good thing about it. So that's what I'll be getting myself at some point in the very near future, so I can actually start storing some of my figures out of the way, because I've got too many done already. Like these bunch of little dudes here, they're just sitting up on me bench, and I've got a load more to bring from downstairs. So yeah, I've got all them little dudes, and these are Chaos Space Marine Raven Claws. So yeah, I've got them to sort of move into boxes. That's a Age of Sigma guy, but that's what I intend doing with them, so that all these figures then can be stored safely. And what you're saying, Ross, unfortunately I can only have a fine implemented me by Sarah Jane and no one else, and I am also proud to say that I have never been fined or had a warning from Sarah Jane. There's always a first time, Joshy. Never get carried away and never get cocky about it. And you got saying Warhammer, Whaling Games and Element Games do discounts. They do indeed. And then you got your saying, so unfortunately, Ross, as you've tried to find me, you may now get fined by Sarah Jane, and that may increase to be a heavier fine. You got Sarah Jane, Jossie, don't forget Dean's returning from North Korea soon, so there's an empty space available. You got Joshua saying, I'll have a look at those. I'm thinking of a rather interesting diorama with them. They can be done that way, yeah. So I suppose we'll get back to shlego for a bit longer because we've been going. Ooh, got about another 20 minutes before we stop for the day. Yeah. So next up is let's see, one of you and one of you. And we need to get equal better tricks up there. One of those 2 pins. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. And then we need a mixture of pins or something like that, haven't we? Yeah, we have. There must be the spare one. 2 of you. Which one next? Shall we do? Well, I mean, that's a rather harsh penalty for a crime, Sarah Jane. I think I will let you choose what the fine will be this time, Sarah Jane. Also, I forgot Phil was returning soon. As do Firestorm Games, Ethel. In fact, there's several outlets online that do discounts. Yeah, I mean, they just vary in how much discount they give. I mean, as I said, the shop I went into today, if you pay £3, it's a one-off payment, and then it sort of never expires. And you just go in there and yeah, they give you that sort of discount. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'll probably end up going in there a bit more often. And or not, they do have a very, very good selection, which I was quite surprised about. And that one in there, that one in there, and that one in there, and then we have you. Going onto there like so. You onto there like so. Only need one end. And next one, so I'll put that back in there so we don't get lost. One of you, and that goes through. Okay, like so. Okay. Next up is that yellow bar. 2 white little flat pieces. Which are in here. One. 2. And one of you. So, 3 and one more. So, and then we also need you. Okay. So we need you going onto there. And you onto there. You onto there. And you go through there. Way up. 1 and 2, like so. And then we need another yellow bar. So there you go, all the way down, like so. Oh, God, sorry. I just don't want to play ball, do you? There we go. Ah, gotcha. So next we have you. Like that. Go through. No, that's it. Okay. This is where I resigned to using Mr. Heavy Duty pliers. They will go through. There we go. That's now right. Okay. Next. We need one of those white barrel things, which is there. And one of the long grey pins, which is there. So you go into there like so, and then you go onto here like so. And then we have you two going into it like so. Okay. So next up we need that white bar, which is just there. Which one of the blue pins? And this one goes into there and there. And this one goes where, let's see, there, that's it. And then next up we have these two grey bars and two of the white ones, I think. Oh, there. There's one of you. And the second one. And then I need lube. So we have that one going into there. Like so. And then you going on that end, and then you going on there. I've got equal, have we? Like so. And then It's there. Like so. And then we need one of you, and one of you. And also need one of you. Two blue pin. One black room. 3 blue and 1 black. 3 blue and 1 black. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back in a minute. I've just got to go let the doggy out. He's making a noise. Usually means he wants the toilet. Here's me. Oh, sorry about that, dog. Right, there we go, back. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Quickly catch up on chat. You've got Drippy saying, yeah, Carl and Wayne have mentioned Firestorm to me. Carl told me about them for their paints, and then Apple saying, yes, Jeff, but I was quoting 2 that I use for kill teams. And you got Sarah saying, Joshy, maybe, but don't forget it's crucifixion for the first offence. And you got Ethel saying, just think, Sarah Jane, instead of finding everyone Malibu, you could convert to Warhammer kits. And you got Rippy saying, I've already made the arrangement, Sarah Jane. Picked a nice hill with a nuclear landfill site for a view. Should be make a nice touch when he glows in the dark at night. And then you got Jeff Light saying, a tad on the snug side there. Yeah, some of them can be. I mean, it's good that they are, because they're not falling out like some of the cheaper made kits are. I mean, as long as they're tight like that, I'm happy. And so again saying, Joshy, now that it's a very thoughtful idea, you'll go far, glow in the dark vacations. And you got Josh saying things like, Jeff, you're always at the risk of getting the pinch when you catch yourself in between two pieces. That's very true. And you got Sarah Jane saying, Ethel, I think mince pies would be better as I rather like those. And I was saying, Malibu flavoured with mince pies, interesting concept, Sarah Jane. And you got Josh saying, Sarah Jane, will I go for a glow far? Ah, that's a bad one. I don't think it would be a nice thought. He would definitely brighten up the deepest, darkest parts of Norfolk. And then you got Joshua B saying, did anyone just see Ross's tweezers move then? And you got Sarah saying, Ethel, Malibu infused is always a great option. And then we've got Sarah saying, Joshy, for the deepest, darkest Norfolk, it'll be the first light source they see. And Jeff Wright saying, the bike and sidecar and the Deathbringer had some very, very smug parts, as my fingers will verify, Joshy. I do have, the Warhammer bike and sidecar here, which is that little dude. War trait. So that was one of my first kits I made quite some time ago. And I do have one which has a lot of metal parts to it as well, which I've got to rebuild after I've done that. And you were saying he'll illuminate the landscape for miles around. You could see the glow radiating off him from him on the horizon like northern lights. So we want that one, and one of you, and you, and your, and we have and now of course I put that in the wrong place, haven't I? Supposed to be in that one. It's better. And you have that going into there like so. Going into that one like so. Move that way around. Oops. Stick you back in there. Then like so. Yeah, it's actually turned out to be quite big already. That's Sarah saying, could explain the shipwrecks off the coast, Joshy. Jeff, apart from treading on it, it's one of the worst pains involved with Lego shlego. Yeah. Yep. Just saying. Okay, next up is we need one. There we go. One. That's it. One of you. One of you. And then two of these. One. Another one up there. It is. Cool. Yep. Ooh. And then we want one of the long grey pins. And you go onto here like so. And you will go onto there. You then go. Yeah, usually up to stick that bit in first or don't. So. And you on there. So that's them. Yay! Okay, so we're now got to page 5. Whee! And you're saying, yeah, he outgrows coastal lighthouses, Sarah Jane. Yeah, I never thought of that actually. Don't worry, I'll work on a solution. And you got just like saying, looking at getting the kit that Sprue is currently doing. Is that the Star Wars picture thing that you're doing, or is it the something else? I can't remember. What are you doing now? We need you and one of you. Yep. Then two long pins, one black one. Oh, no, 3 black ones. Actually, 3 long pins. 2 of them and 2 of them. There we go. Nothing. So now we want you going into number 4 slot, and we want you going 2 and space is 3, and you going that way, and you in there, and then you in there, and you 2 like so, and then you like so. You go, let's see. I mean, if we could afford Sarah Jane, we could always deep freeze him like Captain America, Walt Disney, and Demolition Man. But would the production value cover the extra freezer bill? And then we've got Apple saying, okay, Ross, got to go and feed my belly, ham hock, leek, gratin tonight. See years. But my Apple, take care, and thank you very much for joining us. It's very, very much appreciated. And we've got Joshua B saying, bye to Apple, enjoy your dinner. And you've got Jeff Light saying, catch you later, Apple. So, probably, yeah, well, we've probably got this other side piece done. Then we'll probably call it a day ourselves, because we've been going for 2 hours already. It's young. And as I said, peeps, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the thumbs up button. It'd be very much appreciated. And so the algorithmics, as they say. So like that. Now next we want to do two of them, and one of you, and one of you. Come here. Put you into there. into there, and then you into it. And I've got that right way around. Nope, I'm in the wrong bleeding end. That one. Like so. There we go. And then you into there like so. And then you into there like so. Then we turn it over, we want the grey ones. 3 grey. 1. And one of these little white things. And what you? And third one, 3. We have you in there. And go onto there like so. And we have you into there and you into there. And of course I should have straightened them up, but never mind. But we also need one of the little blue pins, don't we? Before I forget. And that goes into there. Like so. That's that bit done. And now we need in here. Yep, there it is. That's I need. One of you. And a blue version of that, which is nowhere to be found. What a surprise. No, not in that bag. This bag has got me in, then we need one of you. And I've got you in there somewhere then. Aha, there you are. This is the one I want. There. Then we've got the light blue one, and then you. And you go through onto there like so. And that goes that way. And leave that last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 black pins. And one of you. So then that way around. And you into there. You into there. You into there, and then you into there. And I put them in the wrong pig and end again. There we go. That's better. And then you into there. And then we need one of the longer blue ones. One of them. One of them. Need them too. And we need one of them. One of them. And I think that's everything. So we'll put you into there, there. You onto there, so, and then you go onto there. And then we need that one. Engraving. One of these white little cat things. Ah, there you are, that's what I wanted. Little white thing. And 2 black pins. 2 of them. And 1 of you. So, we have you going into there. Oh, this one, the long blue pins. That's it. Forgot that one. That one goes into there. That one goes into there. That one goes into there. That goes into there. And yeah, missed that. Oh, look, I have. And that's supposed to go on there first. And then into there. And then you onto there. And you go on to there like so. And you want 2 of these. Blue ones, and you want 5 black pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One like that. And go 1, 2, 3. And you 3 on to there like so. And you go into there and go into there. And you go onto there. And this one joins onto that one, like so. And this goes either side of that one. Like so. Now we've got to get this lot to fit together. That's going to go into there. You get Scheißen into there. You into there. You into there, and you two into there. Okay, so now we have basically that. So it's going to be a fair old size when you think about it, because that's pretty much going some. So there's obviously going to be some sort of little wheels or something going on there that's going to obviously rotate the prop loads when you push it along like here. So we need them two black ones. And one. Two. Two black pins. And two. So these are going to go. Oh, wrong one. That's the wrong one. It's the other little bugger one. There. That makes more sense. That one and then that one. Okay, that's there done. We now need to get these to go all the way through there, like so, and then go into this other one. But because I've probably never lined them up, oh, I missed that one there as well. That should have gone into there. It's in. Okay, so okay, you're just being awkward now. Let's hit take off a minute. Yep, you're definitely being awkward. Find a way of just twisting that around just a little bit more. Yeah, aha, that might help. Oh yeah, these might help a little bit. Aha, gotcha. Just got to come around just a slight little bit, not much, like so. There we go. Put you on there. Hey, and there we go. It's all locked in. So, where are we up to now? Just that one. Yep. 2 blue pins. 2 black pins. So I need you in there, you in there, and you 2. In there. And 1 yellow bar. And 1 of you. One of you. You and longer pins. There it is. And 1 of you. So first of all, we need you go on, and you can go on. You go into there. You then go into there like so. Then you go onto there. And another flat round one, which is there. And along the blue one, and the last one of them. That one up there, that one up there, and we have that made up. So then that goes onto here. Like so. We want out, and then go back in there. 2 of them. 2 of them. Black pins. And 2 of these red ones. 1 and there. 2. So to get these all to join up is that one into there like so, and then that one into there like so, and that one into there like so. You and you and then you. So then that one goes onto there like so, and onto there like so. So we've got Joshy B saying, oh, God blimey, chat's jumped again. So you got Sarah Jane saying, hang on a minute, blimey, chat has jumped a bit. They're all saying later to Athel, and then you're 10, that's 7, who's ducked? oops, I'm off to the naughty corner. Then we've got Josh is saying, Maggie, Jeff ducked. And Jeff like saying, she says, you ducked, really? You got Josh saying, I got mine in thumbs. Pretty sure I banged my head on it. But as my mum said years ago to me, no sense, no feeling. And then we've got Sarah Jane saying, bites apple. Sarah Jane saying, with Demolition Man, Joshy, would Dean need 1 seashell or 3? And then we've got Josh saying, I'll buy him box full, Sarah Jane. I'll probably take him a few attempts to get through the instructions, let alone how to work them. And then you got Dave Marcus saying, Ross, I think you're going to need a bigger attic. Well, no, I mean, once everything gets more arranged in a better way, because as I said, like all my kits are going to be going in sort of storage under that side at the back there. At the back wall, I'm going to actually board that out with a plasterboard and insulation board. Then there's going to be shelving all going on that backside section, and then there'll be like shelves going there. I've also got a sink cabinet that's coming up for this side here, because my bathroom is directly underneath that corner. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running a pipe up from the cupboard, which is directly underneath here, where I can actually then have a tap up here, so I can have me kettle and a little fridge. So I've got a plug in the floor down over there ready for it, and then have the waste pipe going directly out and into the main waste outside through that back wall there, because there's already a connection ready for that to go in. So once I've got that done, I've got my radiator there. So again, all this side up here and all the stuff that's actually stacked underneath the eaves over that area will come up this end, and I'm going to board where this paint rack is here at the moment. That's going to be made so it could open up and then get into behind there, and then all that bottom section down that way there will be shelving for storage for model kits to go underneath, and then it'll be insulated and everything like that. So it should be a nice little warm cozy area up here. The only part that won't be getting any sort of an insulation is the adjoining wall to next door, and no really point doing that, just the outside walls, and then a nice little cozy place to come and sit up during the winter, because I've got 2 of these little oil filled radiators, so them 2 will be up here, and it'll keep it nice and toasty, because the roof's already insulated behind these boards. So I'm just going to put the other normal insulation in down back here, and then make the shelves. That paint rack what's here, that will be sort of like moved along a bit more, because this set of drawers here will be coming underneath this corner of my desk. I'm probably going to get rid of this shelving rack what's here, so I can have my printer moved over this way, so when I'm actually doing me university work I can use my bench for print stuff off and everything like that I need. So I might even just repurpose this shelving part here and move it somewhere else. But other than that, I've got quite a bit of room up here still yet. There won't be any models hanging from the ceiling because it's way too low for that. Then you got Joshua B saying he will do once the Lancaster gets built, David. No, I've already got a place for that, and it's basically getting the Rockwell B1's getting moved out of my bedroom down to the bottom of the stairs, and I may even be putting like a wall pin into the wall so it can actually then sit against the wall like that. So safe going up in the wall, so it's like a picture, and that's where the B1 will go up to. It's up out the way in the corner because there's plenty of space for them, that place up that way, so nobody's going to knock into it or anything like that. And you got just like saying, no, David, a bigger house. No, I've got a 2-bedroom house now. I mean, sadly, I'm not going to get to see my kids for the next 3 years, so they won't be coming to stay with me. So I've got their bedroom that I can store stuff in as well. But hopefully, that might get sorted out at some point in the very near future as well. What Josh is saying, I heard that click, and then Josh will be saying, will any of you folks possibly be coming to Telford this year? I may be coming down, so we might be all sort of like bombing around yours, Joshy, and sort of crashing at your place. So you better clear up some space out there. For what I saw on the video the other day, you'll need to clear up some space. And you got Sarah Jane saying, I need a bigger house. Anyone have the room for a lodger? I'm in. And then we have Stephen Haynes Models in saying, hi Ross. So hi Stephen, and welcome to the stream. And he's also saying hi to Sarah Jane. He's also saying hi to Joshy B. And Jeff Wright saying, I'd love to, Joshy, but unfortunately I'm going to give it a miss again. Oh, shame. And we've got Sarah saying, I can't do Telford, unfortunately, mind you. It would be nice seeing a room with less models in it than my place. And then we've got Stephen Haynes saying hi to Jeff Light and Maggie. Then Sarah Jane saying hi to Stephen. Jeff Light saying hi to Stephen. Then Josh saying, if I won't won the lottery, Sarah Jane, preferably the 200 million. That occasionally happens on the Euros. I'm buying a castle in Scotland with plenty of land, and all you are welcome to come and live there. Fair enough. And then you've got Josh B saying hi to Stephen. You got Stephen Haynes saying hi to Ethel. And then you've got Josh B saying, my days if I won the lottery. Definitely. And then you got Sarah Jane saying, Joshy, done. I'll provide the SJ special for everyone. And then we've got Sarah Jane. Josh saying, Sarah Jane, that's funny. And then Stephen Haynes saying hi to David Markey. And then we've got Josh B saying, Sarah Jane, my last one was in reference to your comment about the Telford show and the room with less models than you have, like that. And then you've got David Markey saying hi to Stephen. Sarah Jane saying, but it's true, Joshy. And then we've got Joshy saying, Sarah Jane, with all the land I will own, I would let you all choose your own spot and build what you want. Paid for, of course. And then Joshy B is saying, Sarah Jane, should be the model show be held at yours from now on. And you've got Sarah Jane going, Joshy, the house is too small for me, Telford, or the NEC might just be big enough for the stash. And you've got Joshy saying, build an extension out of the kit, Sarah Jane. And then Sarah Jane's answering, Joshy, I used cardboard as insulation already. I like how Paul Price has his set out on the wall. It's a good way of storing them out of the way without knocking them. Smart thinking, Sarah Jane. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm doing mine, so it's actually going up on the wall. So then it's just literally walking past it, but you can still see it then. So I've got quite, where my staircase is, I've got the eaves where I've actually built like shelves up the side, one part of the flat wall, which is dead space. And then what I'll be doing is making a little plaque with hooks on it, so that the actual thing can just be hooked up on the wall there. And that's how I'll use that one for that. So next up is we need 2 black pins. Yeah, cool. Need 2 of you and 1 of you. Get them out of the way. And we need 1 long black pin or blue pin through. Blue pin. I need you in there and you in there. Push them to give it like so. And oh god, you onto there, and then you onto there. And then we need to do the other one the same. We're obviously making seats. Yeah, we're making cockpit seats while I do it. So, one way round. Look. Get back in there. There we go. Same two. Next up is 2, 4 of them. 4 of the little grey bars. Actually, 4 of these out in it, so I need quite a few of these little bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them, and 2 of them. What else do we need? Nothing out of that lot, so we think that's going to go back in the bag and get lost. And just saying, Ross, even once I've unpacked, there still may not be enough room in here for 2. Where there's a will, there's a way. Get bunk beds. There it is. There's 2 of them. I need 1, 2, 3, and where are you? There you are. 4. That's 4 of them, and then the rest of this can go. 1 and 2 of them. Okay, the rest of that can go back in the baggie for a minute. I will be needing some more out of that bag by the looks of it. A minute. I'll leave that there for a second. So, I'll get into there, and then you go into there. And you go into there. There, and you into there. And you two. 1, 2. That's it. Now, if we want some do, right, there we go. Wait off a minute. Because we've got to put, we need to make 2 of them bits like that, do we? Okay. Let's move these like that. And into there. And there. And 2. Come here. Here. That's 2 of them made up. Now we need another 4 of these. And we need there it is. 1. How many of these do we need? 2 of these. There we go. Sorted. So now we need 2 of the longer black pins, which are in here. So we need that pin there, you on top of that one, and then that goes onto there. That then goes into there like so. That then goes into there. That one's there, and then you onto there. You and goes onto there, I think. Yep. So, and then you onto there. And then on there. A little bit of a cockpit area from the other. So Joshy Paul has sent his fines already on a boat from Australia. I've heard Sarah Jane, so that's one who's paid up his fines. It's just that everyone else now. Don't worry, Sarah Jane, they're all coming to Telford, so I'll collect them for you. Very kind, Yoshi. There'll be an SJ special for you if you do. Then we've got Sarah Jane saying awesome. Josh saying awesome, Sarah Jane, and then we've got Jeff Light saying, as my youngest brother would say, bunk beds, oh what luxury. And you're saying, I've never trusted them, Jeff. So now we've got this is going where? Into there. That's it. Like so. Yeah. Well, I think we've been going now nearly coming up to 3 hours. Oh dear. We've got TVG just joining us saying hi everyone. Well, afternoon TVG. I have now been going over nearly 3 hours. Lots of fun. So yeah, let's see how much more we've got on this section to do. Quite a bit. I think I'm going to call it there for today. I'm actually. So we need done 3 hours. So I'm going to tidy up and just go up to face cam. Sorry about this, TV. You've just joined us as we're ending. Oh dear. As I said, I've been going nearly 3 hours now, so it's time for me to go and get some din-dins, and I've got some studying to do as well. So yeah, it's otherwise it's gonna be a really late night again for me. So yeah, thank you to everybody that has joined us, and again, Stephen, sorry about saying bye now, but you've just caught us at the end. As I said, I've been going for nearly 3 hours now, so it's time for me to knock it on the head, as they say, for the night, as I've still got quite a bit of studying to do for university tomorrow. I've got some work that I need to finish off that I started last night about 10:30. Should have started a bit sooner, but there we go. I've been busy dealing with other rubbish at the moment, so I will say a big thank you to everybody that's joined in, and thank you very much for your thumbs up that everybody has left one. So it all helps with the algorithmics, as they say, and hopefully, if all goes well, I might get to my 300 mark on subscribers by Christmas time. So yeah, I mean, it's getting close. I only need another 10. So we'll get there hopefully at some point. And if we do, I will be doing a giveaway. What? I don't know yet. It might be a Shlego kit, it might be a Warhammer kit, or it might be a model kit. You never know. It all depends on which night that between each night that I get will do. That will then determine whether it'll be a Shlego kit, Lego kit, Warhammer, or a normal model kit. So yeah. So I will say bye bye for now. Take care, stay safe, and happy building for your Shlego and models. Bye bye for now.